So hi guys, today I'm comparing the Bose QC15s with the 35s, and also I have this Dragonfly Cobalt here, and we will discuss how all this comes into this mix, whether you should use a Cobalt or you are fine with the corded version, or you rather use it with Bluetooth. So I want to cover all that. I don't think this will be very short, but first I want to tell you a little story how I got introduced to all these headphones. So first I've heard the QC35s at a store, and I thought they sounded amazing because there was all this noise in this huge store, and in these headphones all I could hear was the music, and it was playing very nice. But at the time I wasn't ready to pay the 300 or 350 dollars for a pair of headphones, because it was like really expensive. So then I just had this idea at the back of my mind that yeah, one day I will buy probably something like this. And then just by chance I found the QC 15s on the internet for a second-hand pair, and it was just $100. So I thought, well, these should sound quite similar to the 35s, and they also have the same or very similar noise cancelling, so I should buy these. So I messaged the guy that okay, for $100 I'm buying these immediately. I went to him straight away, and since I've heard there are a few counterfeit, so fake Bose headphones on the market, I told him that I want to listen to them, and he plugged it into his iPhone, and it actually took me like 5 seconds to say that these are genuine Bose headphones, because they sound amazing. So I bought it, and I used these headphones for a while, but actually at first I noticed that they didn't sound as good on my Android phone, or it was a Samsung A6, or my laptop, or PC, as good as on the iPhone. And as it turned out, in the iPhone they are using a better chip for sound processing. It's called a DAC. So then I decided that I need a better chip. I didn't want to change my phone because I didn't need a more expensive phone. So first I bought a Dragonfly Black, which was actually only $100. Well, it was almost the same as the headphone, but after listening to the QC15s with the Dragonfly Black, I was pretty convinced that it was a good purchase. Sorry. So with the Dragonfly Black, it sounded better on every device. The laptop, the phone, the PC, everything was just sounding a lot better. I should say that without it, the sound feels like one-dimensional, and with the better DAC you have more dynamic range, more texture to the whole sound, and it's much smoother, much smoother. And so then after 2 years, I'm dropping this again because I'm looking at the camera. So the Dragonfly Cobalt came out, which actually a lot more expensive. It's like $300 new, but I could find one used for $200, and I thought, well, if I can sell the old one for almost $100, pay $200 for this one. It's $100 upgrade, so let's just try, because I was so much impressed with the black. And actually I have to tell you that these are even better. I should say that with the black and without the black, it's like a day and night difference. But between the black and the cobalt, it's less of a difference, but it's you get more quality out of your music, definitely, with these. You get more detail. It feels like better resolution even, and the dynamics are really great, and they have more power. So I think this is like an excellent product. It's not cheap at all, but since nothing really can go wrong with it, it's not very risky to buy it second hand for $200. I think it's a solid buy. So what's the deal with the 35s? I also bought these second hand, and actually, yeah, I might want to change the pads eventually. Oh yeah, about the pads, before I got more into this. I changed the pads here. First I just bought some really cheap pads from AliExpress, and they fell apart in 2 months. 2 months. So then I again bought a more expensive pair, and also a headband from Amazon, and they're really good. They are holding up. I've been using this for months now, and there is not even any sign of wear. And actually you can change the headband too, but you have to like cut it off. But the new one works perfectly. It needs some time breaking in, but it works well. So you know, I felt it was important to mention this, because you don't want to buy the wrong replacement pads for these headphones, especially if you buy them second hand. So I will leave the link. I will try to find those pads again. So again, I bought these second hand, and the reason I bought them, because they were selling it for $130. That's ridiculous. That's less than half price. So I think this was an amazing deal. I think partly they sold it cheaper because there was a little problem with this knob, but after I took the headphone apart, you just take out this pad, this fabric inside, and screw out 3 screws. You can take out this cover. So after fixing that, these are perfectly fine QC35s for half the price. And what can I say? Okay, this is important. Regarding the sound quality, you can also use this with a cable. If you use both with cable, then there is not much of a difference. Maybe there is some, but it's barely audible. So the quality is the same. If you are using them with a laptop, phone and PC, you should use some kind of DAC for sure, because without it, it's I don't think it's really acceptable. But if you travel a lot, then Bluetooth is a big convenience, because you don't have this cable hanging around. You don't have to deal with all this mess. And actually they sound decent. They sound better on Bluetooth than with the cable with a bad source. And under bad source, I mean almost everything, maybe except an iPhone. If you have an iPhone, you don't really need a a DAC, I think. I don't have an iFirm to confirm that, but that's my impression. So, if you travel a lot, if you're like a frequent flyer, you absolutely need noise cancelling headphones, and Bose are basically the best. The pilots use Bose headphones, you know. So if you don't even want to listen to music but just get a good sleep on the plane and, you know, arrive at your holiday destination without being fatigued and, you know, losing another day because you are tired because of the noise, just get these headphones. If you think it's expensive, get second hand. It's I think these are must-have. And which ones should you get? Well, the ones you can buy, and depending how much trouble you feel with the cable, whether it bothers you or not, because otherwise both are equally good. Oh yeah, and one small difference I noticed that with these the noise cancelling is actually a bit stronger with a high gain than on these ones. But it also depends on the firmware you have. So the older ones have stronger noise cancelling. So overall, I think you have to know where you want to use this. And if you don't want to buy an additional pair of headphones for desktop use for your PC, for example, then it makes sense to buy a DAC. And even it makes sense to buy a really good DAC like this one. So for example, I was using also these for gaming, and actually they sound great. The guns feel powerful, nothing is harsh. It sounds really good, and with the DACs it feels even better, more accurate. You hear the enemy positioning better, and also if you want to really enjoy music at the fullest, you will need a DAC. But for traveling, Bluetooth is enough. Bluetooth is enough, but no DAC and just the cable, I don't think that's a good solution. But otherwise, these headphones are almost identical. They're super comfortable. You know, it's everything you want for traveling, and they are perfectly fine for desktop use as well. So that's it for now. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments. I will read them all and answer them. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.